Drip irrigation systems in a greenhouse are a time saver, a labor saver, and a money saver. If you set it up, then it saves your staff an awful lot of time from taking a watering can, such as this, and going over all the flats and pots. If you have the drip irrigation system set up in each of the pots, it can be done automatically when you turn the system on, or in the case that we're setting up, we're going to have it on timers. So certain periods of time during the day, these will be emitting water to each individual pot at equal amounts in order to give it the maximum amount of water it requires for maximum growth. So we're improving efficiency as well as time, money, labor savings. And that is the purpose of a drip irrigation system in this greenhouse. The first thing you want to do is hook up the water system, and this is the water supply coming through a hose into the water filter. And you want to do that to make sure that no sediments go into the system that will affect the pressure regulator, nor the timer, nor the individual emitters, because they have a fairly small orifice. So you want to try and take out any sediment that you might have within the hose or within the water itself. And you just hook that up using Teflon tape on the male fittings going into the female fittings. And you tighten that up, hand tight. And that gives you your water filter. And the water filter is then attached to the pressure regulator. This is the pressure regulator, and the pressure regulator will make sure that the pressure does not exceed 35 psi, because that's the delivery pressure that you need for the emitters themselves. So again, you're using Teflon tape on all the fittings, and again, you're just hand tight. The water flow is this way, and usually the fittings will give you an indication of that because they're leaning towards the water flow. As you can see, they're leaning this way and the water flow is that way. And that's exactly what you want. Then from here, you can extend the pipe as long as you want, and you're putting on the actual timer. And the timer will allow you to set your scheduling for the watering in the greenhouse. And again, using Teflon tape on all the fittings, and you hand tighten. And the timer itself is fairly simple. It's got a digital readout. It's battery operated using 2 AA alkaline batteries. So they're easily obtainable even in the north, and easily replaceable. With that, coming out of the timer, you're putting it onto your central manifold system. And the manifold system is what is going to be delivering the water to the individual pots. And again, you just do that hand tight. And voila, your system is ready to go. So the water comes in, goes through the filter system, through the pressure regulator, into the timer, and then into the manifolds that deliver to each individual pot and each individual stake. This particular filter has a 120 mesh and only allows things that are smaller than 130 microns through. And that'll take care of your larger sediments that could possibly plug your emitter outlets. And the emitters, as you can see, are going directly into the pots through what we call spikes. And they deliver a low flow of water to the pot and allows for saturation of the pot without any surface ponding, which causes humidity issues within the greenhouse itself. simple system, but very, very effective. So this is the system. Now, this goes on, like, you got like 100 feet of this pipe.
Yeah.
But your water source comes in here, you've got a filtration system, and then you have pressure reduction.
Okay, yeah.
So that gives you the right amount of pressure to go through all the lines and to give enough so you've got a drip. The drips are put into the pots,
Yeah.
just like that, and then we have the timer. The magic timer runs on battery because, well, Leaf doesn't have electricity. You do
Yeah.
have electricity, but for any greenhouse, be it northern or southern, it allows you to control the amount of water that you're supplying to the plants. It also cuts down on some of the humidity that you get built up in the greenhouse because you're not surface watering. You're not having as much evaporation. And in that manner, you can control diseases a lot more easily and probably not have as many diseases show up if you can keep your humidity down. Humidity is an issue. In the north, we have limited infrastructure. We have limited electrical, we have limited water supplies to a lot of these greenhouses. So this particular greenhouse, we're going to be able to run it off of an independent system, be it an electric pump powered by solar, so that we can deliver the water without relying on AC electricity, which isn't available. And also the timer that we're using is battery operated, so that we don't need electricity in order to deliver water to that particular greenhouse.
My involvement with greenhouses in the north has been going on since 1981. And now with the food security question, I'm very concerned about the number of greenhouses and the type of greenhouses we're going to build. The support that I've received from MAFRE has been excellent, especially because of the assistance of Brian Hunt, who you've seen in this video. Brian has offered a vast degree of support as I am trying to help others catch up with what I know about the designs and the process of using the northern greenhouse. At this point, we are trying to initiate new steps within the greenhouse development, but of course different greenhouses are needed in different areas. We are working on a shed design as well as a tunnel design, and the drip system is helping us to bring the greenhouse to a more efficient model, as well as helping to produce a better quality food, because the drip system gives us constant food, water, and nutrition. Our special thanks to all those people who have helped us to build these northern greenhouses. And in final note, it's the essence of health in the north to have greenhouses in all communities.